Now the numbers are out, and it's still, again, you have to take the numbers with a grain of salt, because last year's numbers during this time, this was the second full month of COVID. So comparing this year to last year is kind of a bit skewed, or the numbers are going to look really astronomical. Hey everybody, Stephen Ho here with the Mister Sauga real estate team, and today we're going to talk about the May market update. Now, just to go over the numbers, you got to just keep that in mind. Sales are up 160% from last year. Prices up 28.5% from last year. Days on market is at 11 days, which is very fast. From last year's 24, we're more than half of what it was last year. So the market's moving at a very fast pace. New listings are up 103% from last year. Active listings are up 7%. Now all of this, again, you got to keep in mind of how it was last year to this year is night and day. Again, we want to see what's happening in the market in terms of supply and demand. With the months of inventory in May, all of GTA, the average was 1.02 months of inventory. So looking at the last few months of inventory, this will give us a better idea of how the market is moving in terms of supply and demand. So in April, we saw 1.5 months of inventory, which was fairly slow relatively. In March, that was our peak of this market at 0.66 months of inventory, and in February it was at 0.72. So breaking down these numbers, we're seeing that the market is maybe a little leveling off, cooling down a little bit perhaps. With the stress test that increased June 1st, this might have a bigger impact because of that. But going forward, we're probably going to see a little bit continuation of this flattening out. It's also going to push a lot of buyers down into their budget, restricting their affordability a little bit. So I think the entry level or the lower price point is going to be even busier than before. So looking at the numbers for Mississauga, overall, the months of inventory is at 0.97. This is 30 days of inventory, which is still very, very good. This is still a seller's market, ultra seller's market, a balanced market, still around 5 to 6 months of inventory. So we're well below that. Now, breaking it down to the different subsegments, maybe we can see a few different opportunities here. So the detached market is at 0.87 months of inventory, which means it's about 27 days of inventory. Average price is at 1.55 million. Townhomes have a 0.62 months of inventory, which is equivalent to 19 days of inventory, and the average price for a townhome in Mississauga is at $950. Semis are at 0.63 months of inventory, which is about 19.5 days of inventory, and the average price is at $977. Looking at condos, the slowest market out of all the different segments, months of inventory is at 1.46, and days of inventory is about 45 days of inventory, and the average price is around $550. So looking at the different months of inventory, you can kind of see where the opportunities lie. And right now, the slowest segment is in the condo area. So you can probably pick something up without getting into multiple offers. You can probably get something at maybe below market value. And that's an opportunity where you can go for an investment or maybe get your first place as a homeowner and maybe rent it out. Stay at home, save a little bit more money, but at least you get into the market and let the market work for you. So if you're thinking of making a move this year, or if you have any questions about how the market is going, let me know. Comment below. Let me know what you think the market's going to go and do in the next 30, 60, 90 days. And if you have any questions, we're here to help. Thanks for watching, and until next time, we'll see you then.